Stop.
Did you know that it's never been easier to take multiple debts and merge them into a single affordable monthly payment without having to take out a loan or file for bankruptcy? And did you know that this little known, often misunderstood red carpet program could not only lower your monthly payments substantially, but also get you out of debt in a fraction of the time? Now, if you do your own Google search, you'll quickly realize how impossible it is to get a straight answer to map your way to a debt zero day. Like, how do you do it? Well, I know it's tough right now. In fact, many people ask us, why is it so difficult to navigate the credit world? And to be honest, it's incredibly complicated, and it's no accident. It's designed that way. But before I reveal the reason why, let me introduce myself. I'm Walter Birch, co-founder of DebtReliefCenter.org. In the last several years, we've helped over 12 million Americans deal with the burden of debt, endless calls, and the mountain of mail sent by creditors. In fact, we've received over $7.2 billion in debt relief requests. The people we help want a way out of debt that they can actually afford. And not just that, but through a program that is proven that they can trust and believe in. Look, 8 years ago, regulators passed a landmark law to protect consumers, which has made it easier than ever to merge multiple debts into a single affordable payment without being taken advantage of. But this must-read news isn't common knowledge. In fact, if you're watching this video right now, congratulations. You're one of the few people that actually know about this special program that could finally turn your financial life around. So why do we call it the red carpet program? Not because it's glamorous, but because it provides a new path for you, a special program you can qualify for that's rolled out just for you, where you can hold your head up high, knowing that even though you're going through tough times, you have an honorable way out of debt with one lower payment you can afford. But you might ask, if this is so good, if this program is so good, why don't more people know about it? Well, not surprisingly, the credit card companies don't advertise it. And it's because the whole system is built to keep consumers in debt for life. So it's no wonder why many Americans have no idea a program like this exists. You're still probably a little skeptical, right? Well, here's how to think about it. Everyone has a set of 3 dials that determines their financial future: an income dial, an expense dial, and a debt dial. Turn the dial to the left to decrease the amount, and turn the dial to the right to increase the amount. If you want to get a debt, one of the first things you'll hear, this is a suggestion very common, you need to increase the amount of money coming into your life. Really, that is pathetic advice. What human on the planet isn't trying to make more at their job? Obviously, we would like to earn more, to turn that income dial to the right so we can increase the amount of money that flows in. But how realistic is that? Now let's look at the expense dial, right? Gurus like Dave Ramsey will preach act your wage. You know what? He's right. Sticking to a budget and making sacrifices does work. But if you cut back and cut back, are you really living? Now, being frugal makes sense, but it's hard to sustain if you go too far. Plus, you still have to put food on the table. Well, this leads us to the debt dial. Most people have no idea that this is the one dial that you have the most control over. Control this dial, and you want to go left, control this dial, and you can turn your finances around fast. The debt dial is the easiest dial to control. In fact, through what we call the red carpet program, you could reduce your balances, lower your monthly payments, and merge all your qualifying debts into a single affordable monthly bill. The key is to understand which of your debts right now qualify for debt relief, because not all debts do. Well, we've created the easiest way to do this, but before I show you, let me show you the history on why this works. Okay, when the credit industry started, it was a way to help people cover the income gaps in their life. However, by the early 2000s, after a generation of easy credit card debt became an epidemic. More and more people were driven to the point where bankruptcy was a serious consideration. Even worse, banks and credit card companies lobbied for a new bankruptcy law in 2005 that made it hard for good people to get out of debt and qualify for bankruptcy. This was a major victory for banks and credit card companies, but bad news for consumers drowning in debt without a lifeline. So into the void now. came debt relief scammers who promised to get people out of debt, charged outrageous fees, upfront fees, and in many cases, never delivering on their promises and leaving consumers deeper in debt, with many victims still stuck on high interest payments years later. That's why I'm so excited to share right now what happened in 2010. You see, after seeing the carnage, regulators made it illegal for debt relief companies, unless they were attorney-based, to charge upfront fees for debt relief services until debt is successfully reduced or resolved. No upfront fees? Cool, right? Well, my team and I saw this as an opportunity to be of service to people who were facing financial difficulties and needing a way out to finally reduce debts into a single affordable monthly payment without being taken advantage of. So we researched to find the most successful and respected debt relief providers across the country. And now, some 8 years later, after serving more than 12 million people, through our network of debt relief providers, we're excited to show you how you could put in your request to see if you qualify for debt relief assistance by combining all your qualifying debts into a single, easier, lower payment. But first, there's something else I want to share with you about why we call this the Red Carpet Program. It's not only because you can hold your head up high knowing that you have a new, honorable path out of debt. It's also because you're not alone. You have a team of debt relief specialists on your side who can provide you with a debt plan customized just for you. A team that can also negotiate directly with creditors on your behalf so you don't have to. But before you start, you need to find out which of your debts qualify for the program. It's easy. If you're on your mobile phone, simply click the link in the upper right-hand corner. And if you're on your desktop, click the link in the lower left-hand corner. But you know what else? It's easy to watch this video and not take action. Or if you're naturally curious like me, you want to research. Here's my warning. The more time you spend researching, the more confused you'll get. I know, because I've seen plenty of people waste months of precious time paying thousands more than they need to because they thought it may be too good to be true. I get it, but let me remind you, again, the credit industry is designed to keep you in debt for life. And the fact is, we've already served more than 12 million people in need of debt relief assistance. So please click here and start your journey to a debt zero day. It all starts by finding out which of your debts qualify for relief and just how low that one lower payment could be. So if you're on your desktop, go ahead and click the bottom right. If you're on your mobile, go ahead and click the top right. Here's wishing you all the best in a debt-free future. Look, please go ahead and click, get the information in your hands, and it's just step one to kind of understand. Now I know my options, now I can see clearly what I need to do, but it's step one. And that's what's so great is as soon as you do that, it's like the clock starts. The debt relief clock starts. We are on our way because we're getting information. We're gonna understand what our options are. We're gonna see how low our payment can be. And that's step one. But it's amazing, people will go months sometimes before they finally cry uncle and say, okay, fine, I just need to know what those options are. So please go ahead and do that right now. Click and start your debt zero journey today. I'll see you on the site.